my thoughts. I shut it down wherever power is stored. Being real is in the past, watching cowards get on. It ain't kill me, so it's making me stronger. And these bite-sized rappers now sensing my...
What the hell's going on, people? This is Periodic, and you see the title of the video. We are jumping back into Dragonball Z Dokkan Battle in order to do another list. This one is going to be a bit different from my usual tier list because this is actually going to be like a top type list, like a numbered list. Honestly, the numbers are not that important. Really, what's important is who is the worst Dokkan-Fest unit that has come out in 2020 and who are the best, right? So really just the first like two spots are important and like the bottom two spots, right? Everybody else is can be mixed around. You can argue this way, that way over why one character is above the other. So I really don't have like a set opinion on any of the characters. I would put them in different tiers. I don't really like numbering characters like 1, 2, 3, 4, just because I think characters are better in certain areas than others, and you know, which one do you rate higher? Then it just doesn't really make sense. But anyway, we're gonna do it. We have what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 characters that came out in 2020 from the looks of it. If I'm not trolling, I'm actually doing it again. Yeah, 12 TURs, one for each month, I guess, for 2020. And we're going to start with the best and work our way to the worst. So 2020, in my opinion, Tech Transforming Gohan has to take the cake for the best unit that came out. I mean, this dude does it all by himself. What do I mean by that? By the way, shout out to Dokkan Wiki for all of this information that we're going to be using today. And shout out to LR Kenji for that awesome Super Saiyan Blue periodic art that you see. Super Saiyan Blue Evolved that you see on the bottom right. This guy's a Saviors and Hybrid Saiyans category lead. We finally got a very solid Hybrid Saiyans category lead. Greatly raises attack and defense and does immense damage. So that he's stacking 50% attack and defense every super attack. That's insane. His passive skill is 140% attack and defense, and he gives himself ki up to 3. He gives himself ki every turn up to 3. He guards all attacks, and if he gets hit, then he's going to gain an additional 40% attack. And as per usual, it's calculated separately, so that means that he's going to be at 236% attack. So his attack is actually going to be very solid. A lot of people try to discredit Gohan and say like his attack is not good. BS, bro. BS. He's doing 3 million attack stats. Easy. Yes, that is not, you know, certain characters that are doing like 7, 8, 9 million. Okay, I get it. But even still, a unit that cannot die, that's busting out 3 to 4 million attack stats on the regular, that is actually insane. And then another thing that people like to discredit him is say his links. Well, his links are terrible. Brainiacs, All in the Family, the Saiyan Lineage, Cold Judgment, Revival, Power Bestowed by God, Fierce Battle. I'll give it to you. The links are not that great. But honestly, he doesn't care. It doesn't matter to Gohan. The main argument you can make that I would definitely consider is the fact that Gohan does not provide support to his team in terms of a passive skill, a super attack, or his links. But Gohan is a one-man army. You can put a bunch of Cybermen next to Gohan, and Gohan is still going to pop off. All right? That's what he's there for. He's there to be the pop off. All right? And then when you transform him, obviously this is only after 5 turns. No health restriction, which I'm very happy about. There's no character restriction either, unlike the AGL, you know, LR. Now he's going to greatly raise his attack for 1 turn. He has a 25% chance to stun the, or 30% chance to stun the enemy for 2 turns. He's giving himself 3 ki now. That 3 ki that he gained, it's just permanent. 158% attack and defense, still guards all attacks, plus an additional 58% attack for the rest of battle once he gets hit once, because obviously his guard will activate when that happens. And if the enemy's HP is 58% or more, let me just make sure this is correct. Attacks effective against all types, yeah, when facing only one enemy whose HP is 58% or more. So that's insane. So as long as the enemy has a lot of health, his attacks are just going to be effective. And then if there's a Majin Buu Saga enemy, it's always attacked effective against all type. And Majin Buu Saga does have a lot of characters in it. In this form, his links are a bit better. Infighter, Saiyan Warrior Race, Shocking Speed. He can actually link up with a few other Ultimate Gohans. So he's an absolute beast. As you can see, he came out October 5th of 2020, and he is still at the top in terms of Dokkan-Fest TURs. Let's move on to who I think is number 2 at the moment that came out in 2020. Cooler. So Strength Cooler, I still think, is number 2 behind Gohan, mainly because just everything that he does. He's kind of the opposite of Gohan in his first form. He is a team player. All right, he's not a ball hog at all. In his first form, Terrifying Conquerors, Transformation Boost, 2 of the very, very deadly combo. Immense damage, lowers attacks and defense. Not the best. Attack and defense 100%. Transformation boosts allies 2 key, and attack and defense 30% as long as you're facing 1 enemy. And if you're facing 2 or more, then Terrifying Conquerors will receive 2 key and 50% attack and defense, which is very high. His link set obviously is one of the best in the game for the cooler type units. Strongest clan in space, Thirst for Conquest, Big Bad Bosses, Brutal Beatdown, Metamorphosis, Universe's Most Malevolent, and Fierce Battle. And then that active skill is insane. If he's facing a pure Saiyan or hybrid Saiyan enemy, then he could transform from the 3rd turn, or if he's facing only 1 enemy, he can transform on the 6th turn. And when he does transform, he is he turns into the Gohan, right? He turns into the Gohan in that one-man wrecking crew, form, right? He's no longer a support. Now he's stacking attack and he's greatly lowering defense, which is solid. He's giving himself 3 key, just like the Gohan, 180% attack and defense. He does a guaranteed additional attack, which has a 25% chance to become a super attack. And he's guaranteed critting against pure Saiyans and hybrid Saiyans, which both of them combined make up 70% of the game. All right, so it is a lot of characters that those 2 categories combined make up. So this dude is an absolute monster still to this day. The reason why I have Tech Gohan above him is because Tech Gohan survivability just far exceeds Cooler's. It's not even close. How much more durable Tech Gohan is. Cooler will definitely do more damage, especially in the long run once he transforms and if he's facing pure Saiyans or hybrid Saiyans. And his usefulness in terms of his first form, it can't be understated, but Gohan just can live in every situation where Cooler can sometimes be caught slacking. Anyway, let's head on to number 3. And I'm going to go with Physical Beerus, my homie Physical Beerus. One of the main reasons is the sheer amount of damage that this TUR can do, who came out in June 2020. By the way, Cooler came out March 2nd of 2020. But Physical Beerus stacks attack. That alone is okay. Greatly lowers defense. Doesn't have to transform to get that. Just has it off rip. Realm of God's an exploding range category. 100% defense. 150% attack when he's performing a super attack. So unfortunately, if he's just doing a normal attack, your damage is going to be god awful. But if you're doing a super attack, which is not going to be hard for him to do, then it's going to be very good. Attack and defense 70% within the same turn after receiving an attack. So you want to put him in that first slot almost always so he gets hit first. Because once that happens, he's actually going to gain more defense and more attack. So this is attack and defense 70%. Yeah, so he's going to be at 240%. His defense is calculated separately. Well, his attack should be calculated separately too, no? 150%. Oh, no, it's not, of course, because it's going to add on to this attack. Yeah, that makes sense. So in actuality, when he gets hit, that 150% attack, this 70 is going to get added onto this. So it's actually going to be 220% attack. And then his defense, well, you're going to get 70 on top of the 100, but it's calculated separately, and it's actually going to be 240%. So he's going to be 220% attack, 240% defense when he supers, which is actually insane. So after he super attacks, he's taking 0 damage, none. It's insane. And then the crazy thing is if he's facing a Realm of God's enemy, which there's a lot, he randomly changes orbs of a certain type to rainbow, and his attacks will be effective against all types. So he becomes an absolute killer if he's facing Realm of Gods. Now, it is a smaller category than something like... Actually, you know what? Is Realm of Gods smaller than Majin Buu Saga? Now that I think about it, I'm not actually sure. Majin Buu Saga is pretty decent size, I believe. Let's take a look here. Whoopsie. Let's take a look. Majin Buu Saga. I'd say they're kind of the same, no? They're very similar in terms of size. Maybe Majin Buu Saga is a little bit bigger. Yeah, Majin Buu Saga is a little bit bigger. But even then, that's pretty good. So there is the Beerus. His active skill is insane. 4th turn, you have to be 70% HP or less. You give yourself 50% attack and defense. Attacks are now effective against all types, and you are guaranteed to hit. So MUI be damned. You will guarantee hit MUI. Anybody that dodges, anything like that, doesn't matter. He's going to guarantee to hit. He came out June 8th. And this dude is a monster. By the way, when his active skill is popped, he's going to give himself 380% attack and 410% defense. So he's taking no damage at all. He's taking no damage at all. And that's, of course, if he gets hit first. If he doesn't get hit first, then 275% attack and 200% defense. Still quite a lot. So this Beerus is very, very powerful. Anyway, let's move on to number 4, and I'm actually going to put the girl Kefla, Strength Kefla, on here. The reason why I have her behind Beerus is because I do think that she, first off, is going to take longer to get going, even though Beerus does stack attack. But Beerus, once he gets hit and then he supers, his damage is crazy right off the bat, and it's just going to get crazier and crazier. Kefla does have to kind of transform to really get going, and you preferably want a lot of orbs so she can do maximum damage. What I mean by that, she's got 2 transformations. So she's a Universe 6 rapid growth lead. She stacks attack just like the Beerus, lowers defense. Lowering defense, not great. If you want minimum, like greatly lowers defense. Massively lowers defense is the best. 100% defense, just like the Beerus. 100% when performing a super attack, a little less than the Beerus, plus an additional 50% and a 50% chance of dodging if she gains 6 orbs. The good thing is it doesn't matter what those orbs are, so that's very solid. She's just going to guaranteed transform the 3rd turn from battle, so nothing special. And if we go to her Super Saiyan form, she's still stacking attack. She's now greatly lowering defense. She's sitting at 150% defense, 150% attack when she supers, plus an additional 50% attack and 50% chance to dodge with 6 or more orbs. So same thing as before, right? It's all going to be kind of the same. It's just a stronger version of it. When she's in this form, she's very powerful, all right? Very, very powerful. And then if you drop 60% or if you're 60% or higher, then you'll transform again the next turn. Or at least I believe it's that the active skill, or is it just transfer? It's just transformation. So then she goes Super Saiyan 2. Still raising attack, still stacking attack, but now she massively lowers defense. And like I said, that's a big deal because it is a 80% defensive debuff for 3 turns. Now she's giving herself 2 ki. She's giving herself 160% defense. She's giving herself 160% attack when she supers. She has a 50% chance of dodging. No longer needs 6 orbs for that. She just has a 50% chance to dodge. And now, if you grab 6 or more orbs, she's doing an additional super attack. So now the damage is here. Now she's going to absolutely wreck. But it did take a little while to get there. And as you can see, she came out on August 11th of 2020. The active skill, she has to be, what is it? She can activate it when there's a Pure Saiyans or Universal Survival Saga enemy. Pure Saiyans, obviously a huge category. Universal Survival Saga, a little bit smaller, but still somewhat big. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to pop it against like a Cooler or Cell or Frieza, unless if it's the Frieza, like the Golden Frieza from, representing Universe 7. But anyway, if you're able to get this off, then she's going to change physical orbs to strength. Her attacks will be effective against all types. So she's going to do a lot of damage and pretty much guarantee herself that 6 orb, super attack. So that's going to be very, very good. So I have her at number 4. Moving on to number 5, I'm actually going to put Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, who came out in May of 2020. One of the main reasons I like this guy so much is his leader skills are fantastic. Resurrected Warriors, Super Saiyan 2. He's going to raise his defense and do immense damage, which is solid, so he can be very defensive. He starts off with 100% attack and defense. He gives himself an additional 60% attack the more HP he has, and 60% defense the less HP he has, and the greater, attack and defense 30%. He just needs 3 orbs. He just needs 3 orbs for attack and defense 30%. So that's very, very good. Is it calculated separately? Yes, it is. So he's actually going to be at 160% attack and defense when he grabs 3 orbs. And he's going to gain an additional 78%, what is it, attack? Yeah, he's going to gain an additional 78% attack at full health, dude. So that's actually insane. So that is what? Dude, what? That is absolutely crazy. So that's what, 238% attack and 160% defense. That's very good in this particular form. And then if you are facing only one enemy and the enemy's HP is 80% or more, and the third turn of battle happens, then he will transform. Honestly, the transformation is good and all, but this dude in this form is really, really solid. Now, take a look at the links, okay? Saiyan Warrior Raise, Super Saiyan, Saiyan Pride, Royal Lineage, Prepare for Battle, Supreme Power, Fierce Battle. Now, take a look at when he transforms. Over in a flash. That's the only thing that changes, okay? Over in a flash. So if we go back over here, Prepare for Battle, we go over here, over in a flash. Now, keep in mind that if we take a look at some of these, Royal Lineage is the only other key link. Over in a flash is the other key link. So this is the only thing that kind of makes it so I'm not a huge fan, and why he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is simply because I don't like characters that change a key link. Kind of frustrates me. But it is better than some other characters who change like 4 links, right? Kind of like the Gohan. Anyway, greatly raises the defense now. Has a 50% chance to stun. 50% chance to stun. He's now sitting at 120% attack and defense. That attack boost has jumped up to 77% at full health, and 77% defense when you're low in health. When you gain those 3 orbs, your attacks are effective against all types, and if you gain 6 orbs, you guard all attacks. So running orb changers with this guy, just like with the Kefla, is a godsend. Like, he is a monster with that. And if we scroll down here, all right, so it's pretty much the same stuff as before, where it's calculated separately and it just gets really, really high up there. So he'll probably be closer to like 300% attack and stuff like that. So this dude could do absolutely insane damage. He can tank extremely well, and then his leader skill is fantastic. So I'm a big fan of this guy. All right, let's move on to number 6. Number 6 is my boy Bardock. People can put him as number 5. I don't really care. It is what it is, right? Let's move over onto this man here. This guy's fantastic. Stacks defense, attack and defense 120%, an additional 10% attack per low-class warrior allies on the same team. Honestly, not gonna see a lot of it because it's like Bardock. You can put him on a team with like Raditz and like. I mean, who else are you going to throw on? Kid Goku, maybe? I don't know. Turles, possibly. I mean, that's about it. That's realistically the extent of characters from low-class warriors. People try to say, like, when Bardock came out and Raditz came out, that low-class warriors is a good category now. No, this is still a trash category. This category sucks, all right? Because you have the 2 best characters are probably Bardock, this LR Bardock, and then Raditz would be the 3rd, right? Well, I guess Turles and Kid Goku are really good too, but like 2 of these cancel each other out. He canceled out him. You're not going to bring him on the same team as him. So it's just, this category is garbage. Anyway, so you're not really expecting this, okay? Don't even worry about that, really. Attacks effective against all types when there's a Wicked Bloodline category enemy. Now, that is really good because Cells, Freezes, Frost, Coolers, you know, King Colds, Chills, all those characters, Metal Coolers, you know, all the forms of Frieza, they're just going to get absolutely destroyed by this dude. He is a beast, an absolute beast. You can't say enough about how much he actually destroys them. His active skill can be started from the 4th turn of battle, or you can transform him anytime he's facing a Wicked Bloodline enemy. Anytime. And keep in mind, this guy came out on March 18th of 2020. So he goes Super Saiyan, right? Now he's raising his attack and defense for 1 turn. But he's doing the immense damage and greatly lowering defense, which I'm not, I'm fine with. 180% attack. 100% defense. His attacks are effective against all types now, against extreme enemies. Not just Wicked Bloodline, extreme enemies. He's giving himself 3 key. He has a chance of performing a crit and dodge 18%. So he just gives himself 18% crit and 18% dodge, which is very solid, right? That's like a decent amount of dupe paths open. He reduces damage by 18% for 5 turns, so that's not bad. 18%, that's not bad at all. And he launches an additional attack, which has a 50% chance of becoming a super attack, and will crit against Wicked Bloodline enemies. That is ridiculous. So he's going to do guaranteed additional. It's got a 50% chance to be a super attack, and it will guaranteed crit against Coolers, not cells, but Coolers, Freezes, all those dudes, right? Insane. His links are decent too for like those Goku type, Bardock type characters. Even some like Trunks and Vegetas will be fine with this too, like Super Saiyan, Saiyan Lineage, Saiyan Pride, right? Stuff like that. First Awaken is such a broken link that unfortunately not many people have, but imagine having First Awaken. Like this dude next to LR Super Saiyan Goku is actually insane. Like they have First Awakened, they have Family Ties, 2 key attack 10%. They have Super Saiyan, yep, 15% attack. Like they just don't share links, huh? They don't share any links at all. Because this dude has Golden Warriors instead. Well, I guess Ki is what I meant to say. They don't share Ki. But yeah, that's pretty good. First Awakened, Super Saiyan, Family Ties, 2 Ki, 10% attack, 15% attack, and then 25% attack and 10% defense. That's pretty broken. So this guy is extremely powerful. He's a revenge and low-class warrior. Okay. But yeah, insanely powerful. So I have this guy at what, number 6? Yeah, number 6. All right, let's move on to number 7. We got this Intelligence Goku. Now, a lot of people think that this guy should be higher. I just think that like Super Saiyan 3 is okay. It's a very mid category. If you try to say this is a top tier category, it's not. Like this is it. Okay, this is it. This is the category. This is not a top tier category. So get out of my face with that. And then this category, even with the 2 new characters, is not a top tier category either. Look at this, dude. Look at this. What is this category? What is this? Like, even with, hold on, Janemba's not even on here, is he? Why is he not considered an Otherworld warrior, dude? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Anyway, this category is better than what it was, but it's still not good. So 2 mid categories right there, but everything else is great. Raises attack for 1 turn. He pretty much does everything opposite from what Vegeta does, right? So he's going to gain more defense the more health he has, as opposed to attack, and then more attack the less health he has. And then he's still gaining that 30% attack and defense when attacking with 3 or more orbs, which is great. Same transformation conditions. If you take a look at the Super Saiyan 3, one of the reasons why I have the Vegeta higher is because the only thing that Vegeta changes is over in a flash, right? He changes prepare for battle for over in a flash. This man changes what? Prepare for battle and Saiyan Warrior Race? Yeah, to limit breaking form and over in a flash. So I do think that's a bit of a downgrade, particularly this one, because there's really only Super Saiyan 3s that have this. And like, you look at this, only really Super Saiyan 3s, right? Actually, I think it's only Super Saiyan 3s, like legit Super Saiyan 3s. And honestly, you're not going to be running a lot of Super Saiyan 3s next to him. You'll just have to wait until he transforms to get this off. And so that's really when limit breaking form and over in a flash will kick in. But again, everything else is great. That defense is going to be high up there. When you're grabbing those 3 orbs, you're now getting 33% attack and defense and 33% chance to dodge, which is crazy. And then when you get 6 or more orbs, your attacks are effective against all types. So just very, very solid unit. Does great damage, great defense. As most int characters, he's somebody that really performs better the more dupes he has. But yeah, I do think that where he is right now, he does deserve the number 7 slot. Anyway, let's go to number 8. Android 13. So I actually wanted to put Android 13 a bit higher, but I'm going to keep him here. This guy's fantastic. Target Goku, androids category lead. We have 10 million android leaders, but whatever. Immense damage, greatly lowers defense with a 30% chance to stun the enemy for 2 turns. That's fantastic. 130% attack and defense. He's another android support. There's 15 million of those. 2 key attack and defense, 30%. His attacks are guaranteed to hit. Attacks guaranteed to hit. That means people who dodge Hirudegarn, I'm looking at you, brother. Dispo, looking at you. MUI Goku, looking at you. Not going to happen with this man. Dodging be damned. He's just going to slap that up. Anyway, What he needs to do in order to transform, you need 2 or more android category allies on the team, and you have to be 5th turn of battle. So unfortunately, you do kind of have to be on an android team. That's really not going to happen. Well, maybe movie boss, you can kind of make it happen. Transformation boost, maybe. Some of these other categories, you can potentially put a few androids on there, but you really want to throw them on an android team and call it a day. Maybe even artificial life forms team as well. So if we go into the fusion, this guy came out again April 2nd, 2020. He's now causing immense damage, massively lowers defense, and still has that 30% chance to stun, which is very good. Still 30% chance to stun. He's now at 3 key, 130% attack and defense. He's giving himself attack and defense 13% per target Goku ally on the team, which target Goku category actually is not terrible. There's actually some pretty good units on here. It's just a little small, but you have like the physical cooler, you have like the strength cooler, you have LR Int Cell, you have this transforming Frieza who's solid, Easy A17, metal cooler, all of these LRs here, LR Baby, you got some decent cats on that squad. So you should be able to get a decent boost from there. Attacks guaranteed to hit and disables enemies' guard. So essentially that's LR UI Goku's super attack. He has as his passive. So again, attacks guaranteed to hit, meaning he cannot be dodged, and disables enemies' guard for the entire turn. And if he's facing a Goku character, guaranteed crit. Guaranteed crit. The thing that is a little unfortunate about him is some of his links, RR Army and Android Assault, actually trash. So let's go ahead and take a look at Android Assault. Let's see who has it. Some of the androids, right? Not great. And RR Army, pretty terrible. Pretty terrible. Yeah, let's not even go any further. So this guy's good. I'm a big fan of him, and like I said, I probably wanted to put him higher, but it is what it is. Let me just make sure. I'm on 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm on 8. So we're moving on to number 9. We're going with the Int Gohan, who came out February 2020. I know people think that he came out 10 years ago. Nope, he came out February 2020. Let's go over to his Dokkan Awakened state. Bond Master and Disciple and Hybrid Saiyan support, not bad at all. Oh, I forgot that he's a Hybrid Saiyan support. I apologize when I mentioned earlier about the Tech Gohan. Greatly raises defense for 1 turn, fantastic, immense damage, 100% attack and defense, reduces damage by 58% if his HP is 58% or less. And he's a support for Bond Master and Disciple. 1 key, 30% attack and defense. He will transform if he has Trunks on the team and your HP is 58% or more. And that has to be from the 4th turn of battle. So unfortunately, if you're on a team without Trunks, no transformation for you. But even then, you're going to stay as that support, which is good. You're going to have decent stats. And if you do get low for whatever reason, then you're going to be an absolute tank, which is great. And then when this guy transforms, he's fantastic. Stacks attack, immense damage, 100% attack, 58% damage reduction off rip. He's going to gain an additional 1 key and attack and defense 30% per Bond of Master and Disciple category allies attacking the same turn. And he's going to launch an additional super attack when there's an android enemy. So that's really strong, especially because there's going to be a lot of people from this category that he would like to be alongside of. As you can see, look at this. Not bad at all. Look at these characters. Not bad at all. So he's got a good little list to pick out of to power him up and gain that big chunk, 60% attack and defense, 2 key boost to his already impressive stats. So very, very solid. I don't think he's better than any of the guys that I mentioned above, but he's still a very, very good choice. So that's why I'm picking him. Okay, so this should be number 10. I'm going with my boy Physical Piccolo. Now, you may rate Piccolo higher. Again, to me, not that really important in terms of the number. But the reason why I have him a bit lower is because his categories, Namekian sucks, and Worthy Rivals he doesn't fit on. So that is the big problem with Piccolo. Namekian sucks. Still too small of a category. Still too small of a category. You can barely make a team. And Worthy Rivals, I think at most he shares 2 links with the majority of the characters on here. And the only person he shares like 4 links with, I believe, is Pikkon. And I'm not talking about like the new Pikkon. Actually, is this? Yeah, this is the new Pikkon, transforming Pikkon. So The fact that this guy came out to Worthy Rivals is like, thank the heavens. Because let's take a look at his link. Let's see if this guy actually... Experienced Fighters, okay. Shocking Speed, yep. Cold Judgment, Fierce Battle, good. And then I think that's it. Yeah. So Cold Judgment, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, and Experienced Fighters. That's not bad. 4 links. Finally. So Pycon will be his best linking partner. Obviously on Global, Pycon is not here. So that's completely useless. Raises attack, stacks attack, immense damage, 100% attack and defense. Recovers 7% HP whenever your HP is 77% or less. Here's the big one. Sees super attacks. Sees super attacks. That is massive. That is massive. And so if you want to put him higher, I can't disagree with you because of that simple thing and because of how great defensively this guy is. In terms of offense, he's not going to be a great offensive option. He's just not. Even in his Piccolo fused with Kami form, he's not meant to pump out damage. He's meant to keep you alive. That's what he's meant for. If we go ahead and take a look at his fused state, which, by the way, he came out January 6th of 2020, so he's one of the earliest characters that came out. He's greatly raising his attack for that one turn. He's got a 50% chance to stun. He's now at 120% attack and defense. He's reducing damage by 40%. His chance of performing a crit by 10% up to 40%. You know what? I kind of want to put him above Gohan now. Now that I'm kind of paying attention to it, I'm gonna. No, I'll keep him here. I'll keep him here. You know what? No. The leader skills, dude. Yeah, the leader skills. He has to be here. Anyway, he's giving himself 10% chance to crit up to 40. The more HP he has, so he starts pretty much at 40% crit, and then he loses it as he loses health. You're recovering 10% HP now when your HP is 77% or less, and you still see super attack. So this guy's absolutely fantastic. Now we are going to the final 2, the worst TURs that came out this year, and we got to start off with Gotenks. Now, I'm not saying that these guys are terrible. I'm just saying that compared to everybody else, they are just not as good. So first off, these 2 categories. Special pose is legitimately one of the worst categories in the game. That's it. Trash. And youth category doesn't really make sense where it is now. Still doesn't really make sense. You can make an okay team. You can make a decent team out of these characters, but none of them are really like super top tier except for the ones that stand out, like this LR Gohan and this Tech Gohan, right? And then if you kind of take a look here, you kind of have to start piecing characters together. Like you could take this Tech Goten and pair him up with the Tech Trunks and pair him up with the Int Goten. And then you can maybe throw like this Tech Bulla for support or whatever the case is. You kind of start running into some issues after that. So neither category really leaps out at you. And he just takes so long to get going. So let's start it off. He's greatly raising his defense for 1 turn, and he's sitting at 1 key, 100% attack and defense. Wait 3 turns. He's going to go Super Saiyan. Now he's actually really solid, okay? He's actually really solid now. Greatly raises defense by 1 for 1 turn. Immense damage. 70% chance to stun. 70% chance to stun. That's insane. 2 key, 100% attack and defense. 50% chance to gain an additional 50% attack. Another 50% chance to gain another 50% attack. And then the same thing for defense 2 times. And then he also has a 25% chance of doing a super attack. In this form, he's fantastic. I really enjoy him in this form. Hence why he is number 11 and number 12. Transformation. Your HP has to be 70% or more, and another 4 turns have to go by. So now you're 7 turns in. You're above 70% HP. And you're Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Greatly raises attack and defense for 3 turns. Immense damage, 50% chance to stun. So unfortunately, you lose 20% chance to stun. You're back down to 50, but whatever. 100% attack and defense, plus an additional 100% attack when performing a super attack. Gives yourself 3 key and 70% chance of launching an additional super attack for 4 turns. super attack for 4 turns. All right. So he's very strong. This guy came out in November of 2020. Very, very strong in this form. I kind of actually prefer this form, to keep it a buck. But in here, he's extremely powerful. And he is kind of pseudo stacking over here, which is not bad. The thing that annoys me is how much his links change from here to here to here, having over and flash Super Saiyan limit breaking form. And as I talked about with the Int Goku, I'm not a huge fan of that. And so with that said, I'm not really a huge fan of this guy. This is the Majin Buu good. I'm not saying he's bad. He's still very solid. He's just not as solid as the other 11 choices. So Majin Power Artificial Life Form is not bad, but obviously we have a much better dual lead in this man right here, which is Power Absorption. Well, I would say that this guy, Artificial Life Forms, is better than Power Absorption, but this is the much better, much superior character. Greatly raises attack for 1 turn, immense damage. 1 key, 100% attack, reduces damage by 40%. Kind of booty, honestly. Kind of booty. This is just kind of waste. Who cares, right? When he transforms, Majin Buu Pure Evil. 2 key, 150% attack, still 40% defense, 50% chance of stunning the attacked enemy, 25% chance to dodge. He does immense damage and seals super attack, greatly raises attack. So I really like all the things he does. Seals, 50% chance to stun, 25% chance to dodge. I do not like that he still only keeps 40% damage reduction, because honestly, I don't think that's enough. I think sitting at minimum 50% is a comfortable place to be. 40%, you can still get absolutely smoked. Same transformation condition, have to wait the 7 turns, and then you turn into Super Buu. When you go into Super Buu, he's solid as hell. Greatly raises attack and defense for 3 turns, immense damage, still sealing super attack, 3 key, 120%, or 220% attack, 50% damage reduction, chance perform, crit 12% per rainbow orb. Again, not a huge fan of how much his links change. His links change quite a lot. And in this form, Berserker, who cares, dude? Garbage link. Have to be 50% or below for it to activate? Garbage. And then, you know, his links change as well all the way over here. So that is why I put him at the end, just because, like, the change from form to form to form in terms of links, I'm not a huge fan of. This, I'm not a huge fan of at all. I think this form is actually pretty bad, and it's not until here that he gets good, but it's not consistent, because if the odds are not in your favor, then you're going to get absolutely clobbered, and then he doesn't get great until he turns into Super Buu. But yeah, it's at that point, it's a little bit too late. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about my list, my top 12, TURs, the worst Dokkan-Fest TURs of 2020. Remember, this is just of 2020, so the Transforming Frieza came out in 2021, so that's why he's not on this list, in case you were looking for him. And now my Boomer Champions will be looking for you. If you haven't joined the club already, do what Wolverine Gaming has done. Do what Chris Gonzalez has done. Join the Boomer Elites. You already know the deal. And if you want to go the free-to-play route, you can as well, with gently rubbing that sub button, gingerly ringing that bell button, lovingly kissing the like button. As always, this is Periodic. See y'all in the next video.